Welcome all to our first podcast. We here, Lazar and I, have decided to host something which we are good at. So there was an idea, in the words of Nick Fury, there was an idea to bring together two people who have knowledge about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it's just that we have seen a lot of people on YouTube and have who talk about Easter eggs, who do the trailer breakdown, the movie breakdown, everything. This is a little different to that because we will be talking about what we have seen. So, apart from Easter breakdowns, we will be with you. We'll be seeing other channels for the Easter breakdowns and everything for what will be upcoming and everything like that. But we would be more discussing about what we feel about a character, what was the character arc, how did we feel about the episode, what should we looking for, and how was the journey up till now. So, yeah.
So let's start with yesterday's episode, which is episode number 5 in Falcon the Winter Soldier. So starting off, the episode was damn good on emotional levels, especially, not to mention the action levels in that. So I don't know,
मतलब emotional level पे तो I felt कि it actually showed कि एक hero कैसे मतलब like he didn't just show कि Sam Wilson is just wielding the shield. Actually at the end उसने दिखाया कि how he's practicing to hold the shield when it is coming back to it. So that was, and मेरे को लगता है जब these people said right that in the 5th episode we will be expecting a major character. I guess they were expecting the I guess they were just talking about Sam Wilson holding the caption. Like the same bullshit which happened with WandaVision where but just where Vision Paul Bettany talks about some character who is wanted to, and at the end of the day he's talking about himself. I guess the same tactic was used by the director here, where he or she basically is just talking about Sam Wilson being Captain America again.
Too much hype.
मेरे को लग रहा है वही कर रहे हैं. Too much hype देके वो लोग वही चिपका रहे अपने को बार-बार. अपन भी आगे देखते रहे.
पैसा का चक्कर बाबू भैया.
But yeah, I had read it somewhere कि Kevin Feige is not willing to have much of the information in the series because उसके हिसाब से if people who are going to watch movies would not keep a track of, like for example, unless apart from hardcore fans like us who are watching everything, people who just watch movies won't have keep a track of it. So he doesn't want any
major thing
to be taken free. Major thing to come across in the TV series, which will have an implication because, for example, like if I have to, like I told you before the podcast, like some of my friend or one of my friend who wants to start today to watch the whole Endgame saga or Avengers First Phase saga, he will have to watch 21 movies.
That's a lot of time.
Movies. That's exactly. So, like we had a year gap for every movie to embrace it, to go through it. But if you think about 21 movies at a stretch, for like okay, maybe I've watched everything for like twice and thrice, so I'm like, acha, ठीक है, देखा हुआ. Maybe for the curious people it will be like, okay, nice, fun, but basically 21 movies to gorge up in a small amount of time is literally hard because when you have so much thing going on in one particular movie, you cannot keep a track of it because it is not just at a place. You just go from land to space to again land to space and like it started with Iron Man 2, Hulk. And then you went to directly Asgard. Then you came back again with Captain America to Earth, and then you just go on with that, and then you again go to Guardians of Galaxy, which is totally distinct, and you come back to Earth again, and then you go to Wakanda, which is nowhere here mentioned about.
Or
and then
multiverse वगैरह, Doctor Strange.
Exactly, Doctor Strange and everything, and then you finally converge into Infinity War saga, which is very well planned. Like, what do you say about that?
Yes, it was very well planned. Like, all kudos to the visionary, the producer Kevin Feige. He is the bomb. He saw all this coming from 2008 onwards. Like, he planned all this. Like, the amount of vision, like the creativity which he has, compared to other comic book directors or producers right now. I think it's unparalleled, or like nobody can do it like him.
Do like that.
Yeah.
Like for example, we have something like Star Wars. Okay, I have not watched Star Wars yet because, and in any TV series you pick a reference to, there will be a reference of Star Wars.
Yeah.
I've never seen it because there is a lot of episodes. Like it starts with, I guess, 4th, 5th, 6th episode, and then they go to 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and now they are at 7th, 8th, and 9th. I guess the Rogue One was the 9th episode,
yeah,
or 9th chapter.
Yeah. That is a trilogy.
Yeah, so,
the last one was a 7, 8, 9 trilogy.
Trilogy. So it started with 4, 3, 6 trilogy, then it went to 1, 2, 3. That's how it is, I believe. But somewhere it feels like I never grew with that thing, right? So it didn't happen at my time. Iron Man was something which started when we started watching English movies, and then we technically grew with movie one after the other. Okay, this release, and we have shared a bond with it.
This thing was a part of our childhood from 2008.
exactly. To 2018, where then just Infinity War was released.
We were like, these were the characters we were looking up to, like since the beginning of them, like the movies. Since the Avengers, the initial first Avengers, since when it came, we were like, oh my god, all these superheroes in one movie, how that could happen?
One movie.
Yeah, it's
at that point of time, Avengers. Exactly. I'm not a nerd when it comes to comic books. I have mostly got my knowledge by watching the movies again and again and just reading about them here and then the fan pages.
Same.
If you see, I knew about Justice League much before Avengers because there was an epic cartoon called Justice League which had come on Cartoon Network. It was dope. It was dope for that level. Even if I want to watch it today, I would watch it today without any hesitation.
Sad how it ended.
It's not children का cartoon. Yeah, तो वो बच्चों का कार्टून नहीं, वो मेरा कार्टून मैं देखेगा. वो कार्टून नहीं. It's like anime manga to what it is for those fans. That Justice League is for me. I'll still watch it. And it has I guess the maturity towards it is still higher than what we see in other things right now.
Yes.
And I don't think आजकल के children वो देख के कुछ समझेंगे. So it was really out of them. But then that is the point. I knew about Superman, Batman, and Justice League as a setup. Avengers was really a concept which was not introduced to me at a very childhood level because we didn't have Iron Man then. Iron Man, okay, it might be in the comics, it might be in the...
He was not that...
Exactly, Spider... There was always a question lingering in my head कि मेरे को Marvel से Spider-Man मालूम है, ठीक है? And when I used to see Justice League, I was like, इसमें Spider-Man क्यों नहीं है यार? मतलब Spider-Man ने क्या किया? And then it took me time to realize, अच्छा, it is like Coke and Pepsi, which are two different companies. It is a Spider-Man company. And this is like,
खतरनाक.
So इसलिए Spider-Man है क्या? हाँ. फिर then they started Iron Man, the whole legacy, and then it took us time. Like I believe when I came in engineering and then I was more engrossed into movies, I realized there is something called licensing. Or Spider-Man license was with Sony, X-Men was with 21st Century Fox, and they were with this just bunch of these superheroes. But that is what is commendable about Kevin Feige. Like the guy who was as an associate producer in X-Men movies, he was made associate producer because of his knowledge about X-Men. Okay?
Yeah.
And he was like, he wanted and he envisioned Avengers कि ऐसा मेरे को लेके आने का screen में. Iron Man 1 was a standalone film. It was not a franchising beginner. If you see, it was just like any other, like a Superman or Batman film. It was just standalone movie. They were like, अच्छा बना के देखते हैं. It became a huge hit. And if you see, actually, Iron Man 2 starts the whole series of Marvel Cinematic Universe. The beginning is actually in Iron Man 2 because they then introduced Natasha Romanoff, and then they had Thor ka wo scene, and then that it slowly start branching out. But like with Iron Man, it was like it was a hit and try, and they shot a that. And that is why I guess Robert Downey Jr. is regarded at such a high level because it was his first movie after his career, which was, he
went all
had
downhill and
begun.
everything. Yeah, drug case and
No,
everything.
he had rebuilt his career once again. कि अरे हाँ, चलो करते हैं करके. And I mean, it was full. It was a full and entertainer package. If you still watch Iron Man 1, there won't be any part where you're like, ये कैसे है, ये फालतू है, it's more comedic. No, it is thrilling. It is really good.
Entertaining, very entertaining. मतलब उसका acting से उसने पूरा deliver किया. मतलब he really did a good job, like through the acting.
He brought the comic book Iron Man to life. Like if you see his face, like there was a time where Tom Cruise was pitched to play Iron Man.
Yeah, I remember.
And I cannot imagine him playing Iron Man. Like no, I cannot.
No.
Robert Downey Jr.
Nobody can replace him. That's he's like a.
I mean,
he's meant to do that. Stuff
yeah,
like
some people are meant to do the role. So Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man was meant to do his role, and that cannot be anyone I can imagine right now play his part. Maybe there might be there is a series Ironheart coming, which should be a lady, scientist taking up the mantle. But yeah, but for me, Iron Man is Robert Downey Jr. That's his legacy, I guess.
For all these upcoming series, I have really big hopes for I have a trust like Kevin Feige is behind all this, so it won't screw up.
Hey, so I mean, yeah, the fact is, like, अभी Justice League के साथ, for example, Batman and DC, the DCEU, DC Entertainment Universe, came into picture. They started with Zack Snyder's Superman, which was okay. Like, if you watch Superman, honestly speaking, Superman I'm not. This podcast is not about Marvel and DC. It's about whole comic, cinematic universe, everything. We'll talk about everything. So, basically, if you start with Superman, honestly, I found that movie to be very dry because it is monotonous. You see, Zack Snyder, it is very deep and dark, understandable.
Snyder wala movie.
Snyder Man of Steel.
Oh, that's nice.
So, I found it dry because, see, if you see, I have just one complaint with the DC Cinematic Universe made by Zack Snyder is his movie is, like, for example, if you just take Man of Steel, it is monotonous. From the start frame to the end frame, it is just going in one emotion, which is either serious, that's all. Either serious or fight. There is no, I don't think there is any emotion where they are very happy. There's some light moments. Oh, no. That's where I feel Marvel Cinematic Universe sometimes go overboard with the comedy, but somewhere Marvel Cinematic Universe find the balance of emotions correctly, where they have to bring comedy with, and they do experiments. For example, with Thor Ragnarok, people were like, "Acha, yahan par there will be a good jump," and you just see Hulk falling down from the plane directly flat on the bridge.
That was bad, actually. Like, it was, nobody expected it, but this was such a comedic relief. Like, Hulk was a comedic relief in that whole
They're experimenting with the comic relief, which I like. Sometimes they go overboard with the comedy, which is a backfiring point, but at least they have emotions in place. DCEU, on the other hand, like, Justice League was shit, and that is why we fought for Zack Snyder's Justice League. And though I liked it, this is the fact: you cannot have one monotonous, emotion throughout where people are just serious with it. Okay.
देख भाई, मतलब DC से, it is established, DC quite established that their comics and their animated universe, both of them are set in like a mature tone. Like, it's not.
No. If you see DC comedy, comic universe, for example, Cartoon Network, Justice League, it was still fun to watch. There was proper action, there was proper dark tone, but then they had their proper balance of emotions. Here, तो अगर Superman, अगर for example the first scene से लेगा ना, तो उसको देख रहा है कि वो बस कहीं तो है, एक तो फ्रोजन आइलैंड पे कहीं है, उसका शिप आया है, and he is just going, and then बाद में वो कहीं तो आग लगता है, लोगों को बचाता है, सब ये फिर बाद में he meets Lois Lane, फलाना दिन का चलता रहता, but there is not. No, you don't find the graph of high, low. You don't feel like, "Hey, हाँ अभी कुछ बनेगा." You're like, अच्छा अब आगे क्या? What next? Okay.
मतलब वो मूवी में क्या डिस्कस कर रहा है कि look, it's just an origin story. So like
Okay.
he's a lost boy. He know he has powers, but he don't know how to use them or for what good he can do with them. So he's exploring it.
Okay.
He's traveling around the country, doing different jobs and everything. And on the way, he's trying to help, like trying to do little help on the way. But then he realizes he has a legacy to follow. Like he's from Krypton. Like he has a legacy to look up to. So then he finds his ship, his ancestor ship, and learns about the story and everything about that. So he's actually finding himself. Like it's an origin story, not about how the baby Superman became a Superman, but instead I think it's like how the Superman actually finds himself, like what he is. Is he just another superhuman in this world, or is he more than that? So I think Zack Snyder, but Zack Snyder has a special quality. What he does that is he exactly takes excerpts from comics. Like
there is no way I'm demeaning Zack Snyder. Like the way he is like, it is an adaptation of the whole book. He just brings the comic books to life.
Literally.
With the cinematography, with the Easter eggs, with the depth, and pull on to it. I'm just saying, you just have to make it a little bit more enjoyable. Like I understand it needs to be a little more enjoyable. That's it. But then it was fun. Like that's why 4 hours that kind of movie we were waiting for it, because we wanted to see all the depths which he has explored into. Like right now, we're really waiting for Batman Matt Reeves movie, which is 2022.
That's going to be
trailer was epic.
Dope.
Yes, the trailer was epic, and I really wish to see, and I just hope that they continue the whole tone of the trailer throughout the movie.
Look, what we all missed, like for Batman movie, apart from the TDK trilogy, like we only time we saw the Batman becoming Batman is in Dark Knight. Like that Batman Begins, the Dark Knight and like that was a separate trilogy from the DCEU, but only in that movie, we could only see that him building up as a Batman, like the detective him and the assassin him. But after that,
so
DCEU,
we haven't seen correct.
We haven't seen
not
anything.
Focused on the detective aspect of Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
Where he is a where is a world famous detective, or detective, I guess.
So the matter is saying that this movie being
he has taken being a detective.
Yeah, being a detective and everything. So I think this would be more grounded approach to the Batman's, like the
Batman's actual approach.
Like his initial years, like how did he begin all this? Like what he is actually like. What did he do when he actually found that he can do?
And cleverly they have placed this Batman in the Earth 2. They have not combined it or not destroyed Ben Affleck's Batman. They have they have just put it in Earth 2, and they are like,
I'm really hoping that the Flashpoint movie which is coming up, I really hope they end the movie somehow like that. They link that movie to the Pattinson Batman, because I don't see future in like Ben Affleck's Batman, like
talking about future and past. I am really waiting for Madness. Doctor Strange Madness of the Multiverse.
Oh, the film is wrapping up this weekend.
This week, exactly.
And repeatedly, people are saying that there's haven't been another set like in the MCU where the set leaks have set leaks haven't been made. There is no leak. Although I guess this guy, the octopus person who's playing Octopus, Dr. Octopus, he's going to get, I believe his ass is going to get fired. Like, he should not have. Either this can be a marketing stunt, or he just is going to be in a huge trouble tomorrow when he walks on the set. I hope they...
you cannot just say कि you cannot say that.
You shouldn't have just told us that the story is going to pick up from the part where we thought he died, but like he said, nobody ever dies in this universe.
The point is, John Watts, the director, comes in like, nobody dies in this one. Like, bro, like we really, it's just like that Thor's feeling. We mourned your death. We really mourned your death. So what happened to us? But
Loki flashback.
Loki flashback. Yeah, even talking about Loki again, nice segue to Loki series, which we are all hyped up about.
Oh,
Yes.
all
So
the timelines he messed up, bro. You really gotta see that.
So
You really gotta see
initially it was stated that he would be connected to all the historical events, and it will be somewhere linked, like, because of him it has happened. For example, the theft which happened on the Boeing 747,
Yeah,
which
John
was
Cooper,
the
D. Cooper, what?
yeah, Dan Cooper, DB
Yeah,
Cooper,
DB
the
Cooper.
case of DB Cooper. Somewhere, so this in the trailer you can see that he is literally enacted the way the heist was carried out
Yeah.
in DB Cooper, and where he had jumped off the plane with the
And
bag of cash.
bifrosted to Asgard, son of a bitch.
Exactly. That just solves the mystery. So basically, he had I had read somewhere that it would give the answer to the unsolved things in the events in the history. Then
Yeah.
this solves the history. Yeah, if he was Loki and he just like, yo, vanished. That's all. That's all. Case closed. FBI can go and rest. If FBI is listening to me, which they are not. But yeah, anyways.
They're watching you with your webcam on, even if your webcam is off. They're watching you.
So yeah, talking about all this, let's just imagine Loki series to be one of the most anticipated. Because see, with WandaVision, I was happy, content. It was our
good.
fault.
It was too good. But
Yeah,
actually,
it was just our fault that
yeah,
we
our
went
fault.
overboard with the theories and all.
Stuff. That's why I kept my expectation pretty mid-range to this series of Falcon.
That's where I really laughed about that Screen Rant pitch meeting about WandaVision, where he's like, "Oh, you're theorizing about it. Okay, I'll make you pay for that." It was amazing. So yeah, so with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it is more about grounded reality. Right? I've
really
not
good,
seen such matured content, because they have brought everything into picture. They have brought racism, which is being felt by the black community in the US. Yeah, so they have brought racism. They have brought how the superior people, that those who get superpowers, change themselves. Yeah. They have brought that talk. They have brought everything, and they have grounded it.
Talking about the military person, veterans who after the war, what are they doing? He's the last episode. Spoiler alert! The last episode, he literally said that you guys built me. Like, you told me what to do, and I did it. Like, exactly what's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Government just lead them to be tell them what to do, and then later the government just disposes them. Like, you are a threat to society. Just fuck off. We don't want you anymore.
We don't want you. I mean, if you see with about that. I've forgotten that after Loki, we'll have on July 9th Black Widow movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
I mean, she deserves the movie, and trailer is epic. Like, right now, I'm more interested about hand-to-hand combat, which I can see filled in Black Widow.
I am in hand-to-hand combat since the Winter Soldier came out, like the fight between Captain and Bucky. Oh, bro, that was lit.
Bro, that was epic. That was epic. I could never imagine that. That's where those people who say MCU बच्चों का है, I'm like, bro, मैं तेरे को movies दिखाएगा, तू देख के बाद में बोल बच्चों का. तू literally तू देख, मैं तेरे को Winter Soldier दिखाएगा, तू so everything about Winter Soldier, though I hate Captain America, I'm sorry, but I hate Captain America, but the movie was amazing. There was no gaps, no holes. It had good storyline. It had amazing action sequences.
Soundtrack was amazing.
It had good. Arre, bhai. Really, I loved that movie. But I hate Captain America. Moving ahead. So, yeah, I'm like, and just hope. And the point I was making is, somewhere down the line, you feel the first Avenger, which had released in 2013, was like the culmination of everything. Like where can you go after this? Then in 2015 came the Avengers: Age of Ultron, and then we had Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame, and we were like, "Acha, ठीक है, इसके बाद क्या?" But the fact about this guy, he is taking things further. Like, till Avengers: Endgame, we have not had the multiverse theory. We had time travel. But now venturing into multiverse, having things come together, giving the fans what they need. I guess that's where DC lacked. They did not give fans what they wanted. We had one. We wanted multiverse for a long time. Like,
they flew
for example,
close to the sun. They just wanted to be like Avengers. They're like the next Avengers. They
exactly.
wanted to be investors who are interest for becoming something like the next Avengers. So they rushed everything. Like I saw a report from the DC executive, like the writer, the Crystal, the guy who wrote Justice League. He told that the DC rushed everything. Like the Batman was a Superman, that movie. We were introduced to Batman in that movie itself. Like we didn't have any other like background. Who is? Where did he come from? What all villains did he fight? How did Robin die? And everything. Like that should have been a separate movie. Like there should be
exactly.
proper...
There should have been a side movie for Batman where Ben Affleck's whole history has been shown.
Yes.
Because like, with respect to Batman vs Superman, then Justice League, then Justice League 2, it was a separate track which Zack Snyder was following.
Yes.
So apart from that, there had to be, if I remember in 2017, which there was a slate which DC had released.
Yeah,
in
Cyborg
that
and
slate,
everything.
there was Aquaman. There was Cyborg, there was a Green Lantern Corps movie coming out in 2020, which they scrapped again. And they had planned. In somewhere
they're saying they have planned for Green Lanterns. That's why they deleted that Green Lantern scene and they replaced it with Martian Manhunter and Justice League Snyder Cut.
Martian Manhunter, exactly.
But the problem is that the writers had originally thought about like having an origin story for each of them, like slowly building the characters. But instead, WB thought, no,
but then we
want money. We want money. Where's the money? We want to release Justice League before Infinity War comes out. So let's do this. Come on. And they just
come on. They rushed it.
Yeah, they ruined it for everyone.
I mean, that's where you have to take your time to establish everything slowly, and everyone has its own character. Like, for example, I don't think a DC fan would not watch a Marvel movie. Like, I do not have that bias. I'll watch any movie which comes with regards to which is sci-fi. I watch anything, which is whether it's Marvel or DC. Until it's good, I'll watch it. I've enjoyed everything. Like, for example, we have watched Zack Snyder's version of DCEU. Now in Marvel, we are lucky to have Kevin Feige, who's taking ahead with the Multiverse of Madness, which, like, to imagine, for example, once it has been confirmed that Dr. Ock of 2002 Spider-Man movie is going to come now, where he had died then in Spider-Man 3, which is going to come in December. And this is then leading to Multiverse of Madness, where Doctor Strange will be battling all this, and also will be having your Scarlet Witch and battling her. I'm like, okay.
Where all Avenger level threat?
Now this, somewhere. But after this, if you see the slate in the for TV series, after Loki, they'll be going for Secret Wars, Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion, which will be after Captain Marvel 2 movie, which will come. Then there is this Ironheart TV series, there is also Iron Wars. Miss Marvel, Iron Wars. No, that's a movie. I'm talking about TV series, and there's this Iron Wars TV series with Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle is Armor Wars.
Exactly. Armor Wars will be coming up, and so TV slate looks good. Movies wise, there will be Captain America 2, Black Panther 2, Thor. So this is how the slate looks like. Black Widow, then Shang-Chi, The Legends of the Ten Rings. Basically, again, a hero who is not known. Like, for example, if I talk about heroes who are not known much, Ant-Man comes to picture, where he is also considered as a B-grade hero, where he's not so much popular. But then making Ant-Man a pivotal role, where he goes back into time and brings up the idea to Avengers, was a trump card. Like, you can't imagine DC bringing up characters like this, where they are struggling with the Green Lantern movie, where they had made one bad movie about that. Here, Marvel is just trying their left and right center with characters which they have not explored. Like, Ant-Man is like there, like Shang-Chi. I have no idea about what Shang-Chi is, and
I have a bit idea. Like, I hope we will get that. That was a character in Iron Man 3. Was that Mandarin? Like the actual terrorists video they were showing that So like that Mandarin which we never got, we will be getting that guy in this Shang-Chi movie. So I'm keeping my hopes high. So I hope this time that guy actually don't turn to a joke and actual villain.
Yeah, Ben Kingsley joke.
Yeah, Ben Kingsley.
And then we have Eternals.
So Eternals, like, bro, DC, the cast, bro.
Yeah, like wow. You know, DC was supposed to do something called the Gods, I guess.
New Gods, and
the New Gods, exactly. Trench movies, so which they cancelled. But then Eternals is about the time when MCU was about to start. It's from the time when there are Watchers and everyone, right? It's prehistoric time.
Yes.
And yeah, like we are really waiting for the trailer to drop in, and it's been slated for November 5 will be the release, and then comes the most awaited movie of this year, Spider-Man
No Way Home.
And then comes Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Then Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Black Panther 2, which they have to, they are figuring out the movie after the unfortunate demise of
Chadwick
Boseman. Yeah. And then comes Captain Marvel 2. Then Ant-Man and the Wasp in Quantumania. It's the third installment in Ant-Man series. Then comes Guardians of Galaxy Volume
3. And there's a 2.
And then comes Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic Four. Yeah, I'm.
Which is why John works.
Yeah, I'm heavily waiting for that. Like Fantastic Four, like it's a dream from the beginning. Like
because they have never been able to get Fantastic Four correct.
Yeah.
Like there was 2 installments of one kind, and they had rebooted it, which flopped horribly.
No, that flopped horribly.
Then they have got John Watts, and I really wish, and I really want John Krasinski and Emily Blunt to play the 2 characters in that movie.
I hope they bring out Krasinski and his wife, and the duo
Emily
will be
Blunt,
better.
Exactly.
John duo was better in The Quiet Place, and I hope they really work out that very well, like in Fantastic Four. People are really hoping
when we come to Marvel Studios series.
Yeah,
and I really wish Marvel listened to public, because if you give public what they want, they are really happy about it. Sometimes you give them what they do not even expect. That's more than enough. Like if you see Marvel Studio series which are going to come up after Falcon and Winter Soldier, something called What If, an animated series of a timeline. What if things would have been in a different way?
Yeah. I mean, we got this thing like the costume revelation, like from the toy stores. So it's always the toys which give us some insight about the movie that's gonna happen. And I'm glad they're doing the What If series. It's good, right? Now we only got to see the who's that? The Lady Captain America. Like what was her name? I forgot about that.
Agent Carter. Peggy Carter.
Peggy Carter. So her and the Chadwick Boseman as Star-Lord, and Doctor Strange fighting Doctor Strange himself and things like that. So I hope that series
that's going to be dope. Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
And zombie Captain America.
Then following that is Miss Marvel. I'm sorry, Miss Marvel is a series, not
a film. I heard that rumor, like you might also.
Farhan Akhtar?
Yeah, Farhan Akhtar.
What he'll be doing? Rock on.
I don't know. Like they saw him in Thailand and something. So I think he is in that Legend of Ten Rings, like Shang-Chi, rather than in Miss Marvel. Like Thailand.
क्या कर रहा रहेगा? मेरी लॉन्ड्री का एक बिल.
He may be giving some life lessons to Shang-Chi, like जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा, जो करना भी कर लो.
नहीं तो भाग मिल्खा. Like we'll have Shang-Chi fighting, and then we'll have Milka Singh, which is played by Farhan Akhtar, running and then we have Miss Marvel. Then we have Hawkeye.
Oh, that's gonna be dope. Hailey Steinfeld. Oh my god, she's so damn pretty, and she's gonna do some nice acting also.
Then we have Moon Knight, man, the thing which we've been waiting for, the alter ego, or the what do you say, the Coca-Cola or Pepsi ke fight mein the Batman ka Coca-Cola is
Moon. He actually released a video fighting. You saw that, right?
Fighting, training. I saw that Isaac Rosa, नहीं, Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac fighting and training for it. And then there is She-Hulk. After that, we have She-Hulk.
No details for that. Like just like we got a name for that and nothing else.
The Guardians of Galaxy Holiday Special.
Yeah.
Written by James Gunn again. And then we have Secret Invasion. We have Ironheart, Armor Wars, and then there is something called Untitled Wakanda series and Untitled Eco series. I don't know what Eco is.
Eco?
Yeah, Eco. Something like that. It's been there in the Wikipedia page, but then let's wait about it. But then, I mean, their slate is complete till, I guess, 2024. I believe 2000. She-Hulk is expected in 2022. And then Guardians of Galaxy late 2022, Secret Invasion, Ironheart, Armor Wars, ये तीनों अब तक announced नहीं किया. So considering they'll be released in 2023. So basically they have their stuff till 2023, which is nice. Yeah, Guardians of Galaxy Volume 3 comes in 2023. So their slate again will start after 2024. And next Avenger movies will, I guess, we don't even know what will be there in the next Avenger movie.
It's probably Young Avengers and stuff, I don't know.
Somewhere I've written it will be Young Avengers, or there will be Avengers West Coast, which is West Coast is a totally different thing. So somewhere I read it will be New Avengers, then there is Avengers West Coast, and then there is again new version mutants, or there are for example, like this guy, he made the villain Justice League, right? Brainiac, not Brainiac.
Oh, League of Doom.
League of Doom. Lex Luthor ka League of Doom jaise, there is something called Villain Superheroes, Dark Avengers, something like that. So all the three will be pitched together in the next Avengers series, which is again, I guess, we are still in 2021, 5 years, 6 years down the line, we might get that movie. But
5 years on the line, and
because they have planned it till like next 3 years latest full, and they have planned it properly. So there are a lot of things which we can expect from Marvel right now going ahead, and
Marvel
we can just expect
like Marvel is right now the Sharma Ji ka beta for DC. They should really learn from them.
They should I guess Warner Brothers should let go with the directors, or they should have a creative head who can start with like somewhere talking about DC. Like it's not like I'm not bitching about DC. I do like DC, but somewhere down the line, I believe they have lost the track about it. For example, somewhere I heard that they have started writing a Superman which is black Superman ke upar they have started writing.
I
think it's good.
Cast for Michael B. Jordan.
I believe that. The fact is, it's good, but then where are you going to fit in? Like, which Earth are you going to bring him in, and what are you going to do with it?
If you bring a black Superman, you should have another origin story, another villainous.
You will have exactly. The fact is, okay, you want to bring things up, good, but where are you? Okay, I might be expecting more because until MCU had come, there was nothing about. There was not a concept where people had thought about the implications of the movie releasing today, 6 years later. Like nobody had thought कि आज मैं Iron Man निकाल रहा हूँ तो 10 साल बाद Avengers में इसका implication होगा. So they had, I guess, they pioneered the concept of what do you say, forethinking of the movies, to putting a concept road and planning the movies for 3 years, which might have been interlinked.
ऐसा मूवी पहले इसमें देखा है शायद हैरी पॉटर सीरीज में.
No, Harry Potter was a book. It was just a adaptation of what book comes up. Like it didn't have anyone apart from like Harry Potter में अगर तो Ron Weasley का स्टोरी लेगा तो वो भी Harry Potter में ही है. It's not like मैं Iron Man की बात कर रहा हूँ, Pepper Potts की बात कर रहा हूँ, right? It's like मैं Iron Man की बात कर रहा हूँ, and then there is someone called Captain America, which is the same universe but who is not at all met with Iron Man, and there is someone called Thor who is कोई और ही दुनिया में है वो, Asgard में है. So plotting a line, and that's something MCU has hyped us up with, and I'm just waiting for Doctor Strange Madness of the Multiverse, Multiverse of Madness. I'm just waiting for that. That will be, till that my expectations are there because these are the heroes who I know about it.
Yes.
Upcoming movies में heroes I'm not at all introduced to might be new series. Like for example, Shang-Chi and Eternals are going to be new things for me.
Yeah.
But then after Multiverse of Madness, as we discussed, there were like क्या था? Thor Ragnarok again, Black Panther 2 okay, Captain Marvel 2 okay, Ant-Man. So yeah, most of the movies case में ठीक है. Series में like after What If, this Moon Knight is going to be new, She-Hulk is going to be new, Ironheart is going to be new to me. So yeah,
Yes, most of them are new. Like they're like slowly building up the characters in individual series.
Exactly, they're now taking up time for the next decade. For example, this was a decade. 8 to 18 was a decade to them. I guess 20 to 30 they're planning a decade where they'll have another stuff and they'll just build on stuff. They are not just, but then they have huge comic book resource. That's the point about, like, if you think कि India में ऐसा क्यों नहीं बन सकता, because it's not just movies, right? Marvel started writing comics. It started with Stan Lee, who started writing comic books from, I guess, after the World War II. I don't know. I have to Google it up when the Marvel actually was established. But
Marvel or DC, I think DC started. Both of them started before World War. Like after World War.
Yeah, Detective Comics. DC is Detective Comics. It started with, I guess, Superman something, and Marvel again. So the fact is that, right? Nobody thought that comic books will become movies someday. Yeah. And earlier, like, they started with Superman movies with, I guess, his name was again Reeves.
The OG Superman.
Yeah. Okay. So it started with that, and they had Superman movie. They had Michael Keaton's Batman movie. Then Val Kilmer's Batman movie. Then there was Batman with nipples, which is yeah. So that, but then there was no shared universe concept. There were just independent movies with their installments coming one after the other.
Yeah.
And then we had Christopher Nolan's Batman again, his installment one after the other. And then again, yeah, the Marvel started the shared universe concept, and that was based on the comic book. So they have the source material. They have the source material which expands into a lot. For example, Disney. Yeah, like, okay, I forgot about this. X-Men is a universe, dude. X-Men is a separate universe which comes under Marvel.
Yeah.
And which now Marvel has bought 20 Fox, so we can see X-Men again rebuilding. So yeah, so they have shitload of stuff to do with their characters.
A lot of things.
They can really do a lot of things, because if you see X-Men again, 2002 it started, but their timeline of beyond different. Like कब क्या किधर क्यों कैसा कुछ नहीं समझ में आया है. जस्ट चालू हो रहा है, कहीं से तो चालू हो रहा है, फिर कहीं से तुम पास्ट में जा रहे हो, फिर तुम सब रिबूट करके फर्स्ट क्लास लेके आ रहे हो, फिर तुम कुछ तो कर रहे हो. भाई क्या कर रहे हो कुछ समझ में नहीं. But then yeah, it is there.
They have like Marvel right now actually Disney has a lot of right now at the plate. Like they can do anything with the X-Men franchise and Spider-Man universe.
I guess I'm just waiting for the day Disney buys DC universe.
Me too.
We can actually see, Avengers and Justice League come together.
Yes. There's also a comic book like that. There was one issue.
Yeah, there was a issue where DC and Marvel had come together to co-write comics.
Yeah.
Their heroes were meeting Justice League heroes and everything. I mean, that would be epic. I'm just being like Simpsons ke tarah. Just imagining if DC sometime buys Sony so that Spider-Man comes totally to them, and somewhere down the line they buy DC universe. Think about it. It is going to be epic.
Either Sony or Netflix, either of them should buy DC. Like, take it away from WB. Like, give me that thing.
Warner Brothers should give it up, and they should start again.
Oh, they are really messing it up for everybody. They're ruining it for everyone. Like, for no reason. Like, they need money, so we will do whatever we can with the DC characters. So if you wanna watch, please watch. Like, give us your money so that we can feed you some shit. That doesn't how thing works, bro. Like, it really sucks. So as of right now, like I'm really hyped up with the the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like episode 5 was great. The credit scene was also dope, which you didn't expect that the nigga would be making his own shield. Like, bro, what are you doing? And
Oh,
and I really Sharon Carter is a sus. She's a major sus.
I am having a doubt. I'm really doubting everything about her.
And
Because
there
मैं
was
हमेशा
a
मजा
like
आता है
उन्होंने प्रोमो निकाला था like they had promo निकाला था उसमें there was a scene where they show this Sharon Carter in a dark room with red lights. So I think like that scene is related kind of to the ending which we got in last episode.
I missed that. I missed that. I might have to check again.
So we don't know what's
But
gonna happen. Like the episode 6 is gonna be like full of
Friday.
compact. Yeah, I think it's gonna be longer than ever. Like it's gonna be like more than an hour. The last episode was like an hour or something, like 15 minutes or something.
It was an hour.
Yeah,
Yes.
so this one's gonna be more than ever. Like till now, everything was a bit slow. Like everything was slow pace, like catching up from one character to another, like slowly building up. So everything catches up in the last episode, and I'm also waiting for that big thing which John Watts. Not John Ward. Wyatt Russell said like somebody asked him in an interview like, do you have you ever met Chris Evans like as a Captain America? So he teased a little bit. I think you might have also heard that. Like he saw him.
Might.
Yeah. So I'm also waiting for that. So what to expect in episode 6? I think Power Broker. Who is he? Like who is he or she? Where is he? Like we haven't seen like the Power Broker is watching you. Like nigga, where are you, bro? Like we can't see him yet. So,
but talking about that, Madripoor is a huge reference to X-Men movies where Wolverine goes. Yeah, exactly. So that has a huge reference, and somewhere down the line, they're slowly just building up, bringing X-Men to the MCU.
Yes, I'm really thinking that the Madripoor in this series, like that one episode, is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the beginning. Like there's a lot of things still gonna come. Like
the start was with WandaVision, where she creates her children who have that Flash, the Quicksilver speed, and oh man, that cameo just for the joke, just for a dick joke, bringing Peter Evans, just for that.
So stuff like that. So I hope like the episode 6 is gonna be a great stuff, and we will be talking together after that. That dope thing is gonna
before we end the podcast, name 3 things which you are hyped up about in DC as well as Marvel, or anything.
For anything like Marvel right now, I'm hyped about how the things turn out in Loki, like how the timelines is gonna affect, and how is that gonna be linked with the multiverse which is gonna be introduced in Spider-Man, and how the entire thing turns out in Multiverse of Madness. I'm right now seriously hyped about that, like the Spider-Man thing. I mean, it's every fan's dream come true, like Tobey, Andrew
Garfield, and Tom
Holland, everyone coming together. So, and the second thing which I'm hyped about is Eternals. Like the cast is amazing. Like it's a good cast over there, and there will be a slight info about who the real gods are, like in Marvel universe. So we will be seeing like the Thanos, like he's also an Eternal. So we'll be seeing his kind of like a little bit of backstory about him, like what he is like as a being, and the backstory about all on that. And the third thing which I'm hyped about is Thor: Love and Thunder. Like how is Thor gonna give power to his lover, Natalie Portman? Like how is that Jane? If it's directly from the comics, it's gonna be a sad ending. But I don't know how Marvel is gonna change that or
plan it out.
Yeah. So these are the 3 things I'm hyped about Marvel and about DC. DC, I don't know. Like for me, DC is currently dead. I don't have any hope for that. So I'm actually hoping up for Flash. Like Flash is gonna come out next year. I'm really hoping that Andy Muschietti will do a great job for that. Like the Flash, the actor himself has proved himself that he's a damn good Flash. Like in Snyder Cut, he was so damn good, I hope that he continues that thing in the Flash movie, and I'm hoping for the this thing, the Batman, the Matt Reeves Batman. I'm really hyped about that. We haven't got any second trailer or a teaser or anything, or even set releases, nothing. We just got a first trailer, and I hope it's gonna be a banger. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen in that movie. And the third thing which I'm hyped is, I don't know if it's hype or something. Like, I would really like to know how the Suicide Squad's gonna turn out. I don't have any expectations.
Oh,
like
yeah. James Gunn.
Yeah, James.
Correct.
So I hope that movie turns out good, because the trailer was good but not great. But I'm expecting. I don't know what to expect. I think it does good. Like, I'm really hoping that it does good. So I'm curious about it, how that movie gonna happen. So, like, these are the things which I'm currently worried about, other than my job or my other life problems. So yeah, so that's about me. So what about you now?
Yes, Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man, Thor will be the movies which I'm highly anticipated about. Here, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, because James Gunn, and then I guess Matt Reeves' Batman, and I don't remember DC having anything other than that. Like, do they have anything other?
Yeah, they have
Aquaman 2.
too.
I'm like, okay, I'm not hyped. I'm like, fine, whatever. If you replace Amber Heard with our Queen Daenerys, yes, sure.
Yeah, we definitely gonna support DC after that.
But so let's hope how this pans out, and let's see in the next podcast.
Let's call it an evening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.